Wild Talents by Charles Hoyfort, Chapter 26p. I now have the case of what I consider a stigmatic bird. It is most unprotectedly marked. Upon its breast it bears betrayal, or it is so conspicuously marked that one doubts that there is much for the theory of protective coloration to base upon, if conspicuously marked forms of life survive everywhere, and if many of them cannot be explained away, as Darwin explained away some of them, in terms of warnings. It is the story of sensitiveness of pigeons. I have told of the pigeons with whom I was acquainted. One day a boy shot one, and the body lay where the others saw it. They were so nervous that they flew, hearing trifling sounds that, before, they'd not have noticed. They were so suspicious that they kept away from the windowsills. For a month they remembered. The bleeding heart pigeon of the Philippines, the spot of red on its breast, or that its breast remembered. Or that once upon a time, back in plastic times when the forms and plumages of birds were not so fixed or established as they now are, an ancestral pigeon and her mate, the swoop of a hawk, the wound on his breast, and that sentiment in her plumage was so sympathetically moved that it stigmatized her, or reproduced on offsprings, and is to this day the recorded impression of an ancient little tragedy. A simple red spot on the breast of a bird would not be conceived of, by me, as having any such significance. It is not a simple red spot, only vaguely suggestive of a wound, on the breast of the bleeding heart pigeon of the Philippines. The bordering red feathers are stiff, as if clotted. They have the appearance of coagulation. Conceiving of the transmission of the pictorial representation, by heredity, is conceiving of external stigmatism, but of internal origin. If I could think that a human being's intense mental state, at the sight of a wound, had marked a pigeon, that would be more of a span over our gap. But I have noted an observation for thinking that the sight of a dead mutilated pigeon may intensely affect the imaginations of other pigeons. If anybody thinks that birds have not imagination, let him tell me with what a parrot of mine foresees what I am going to do to him, when I catch him up to some of his mischief, such as gouging furniture. The body of a dead and mutilated companion prints on the minds of other pigeons. But I have not a datum for thinking that the skeleton, or any part of the skeleton of a pigeon, would be of any meaning to other pigeons. I have never heard of anything that indicates that in the mind of any other living thing is the mystic, or that human beings, or most human beings, have fur bones.